Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. We were due to be on here at 6 o'clock, but due to a few technical issues, we usually use Zoom, which is like this webinar software. So the three of us can actually chat with you, myself, Rich Thompson, and Ronnie. But we're having some issues with that. So hence why you've just got me just for the first part, at least. Anyway, I was straight in there. Hello, what if I fail? How are we doing, guys? It's the night before results day. So Rich and Ronnie are working hard behind the scenes just to see if they can get involved in this as well. I'm sure they'll message me as if they figure something out. But for now, you've got me. So we're here for I called it a pre-results day pep talk. Yeah, I'm dying. I'm really good. Cheers. Really excited for tomorrow. Probably get you. Yeah. How are you, Rich? Feeling rich? Yeah, I got you. Yeah, I mean, tomorrow you're going to be nervous. You are going to be nervous, but you know what? There's no point worrying over something you cannot actually control, ladies and gentlemen. So you know what? You should just have faith in the hard work that you've put in over the last couple of years, especially over the last 6 months. And you know what? It will all be fine tomorrow. Whatever happens tomorrow, it will all be absolutely fine. Okay. You know what? If you don't get your first choice uni, it's not the end of the world. Okay. There's plenty of life after A levels, ladies and gentlemen. So that's what we're here to talk to you about tonight is, you know, what goes on tomorrow, in what order do things happen, what you're looking to expect, and what to do in different scenarios, really. Okay. So I'm going to be going through that with you guys tonight. Will you all get A star, A star, A star? Probably not, because that's pretty impossible because they put the grade boundaries, based on how students have done. Now, actually, one of the first things we're going to do is we are basically going to address the elephant in the room. Now, Rich and Ronnie are trying to get in here. Right. Okay. So I've got that. Boom. There we go. Hopefully, we're going to get Rich and Ronnie in the chat, if not in the video. So, right, what was I going to say? Yeah, the elephant in the room, that is that basically some grade boundaries were released on social media today before results day, which, you know what, is a complete waste of everybody's time. So whether they're official or not, just pay no attention to them whatsoever, purely because it's not going to make the difference to the grade you're going to get tomorrow. Okay, so that's why just ignore them. They might even be fake. We just don't know, do we? So, pay no attention to them. It's not worth your time or worry. You literally just pay no attention to them. Okay, so let's just get that out of the way. We're not going to talk about them. Just ignore them. That's the best thing. Even if they are real, it doesn't matter. You're going to get the grade you're going to get to tomorrow. Okay. So before we get started on what's going to happen tomorrow, basically, we're going to talk about our competition. So just a reminder, okay, there's a link below in the description, I think, to the competition that we're running tomorrow. So basically, if you guys are willing and able just to set up your phone, landscape, and record a video of you getting your results or opening track in the morning or something like that, and we want to see your reactions. Okay, now you don't have to send us that video. You can record it, and if you hate it, you don't have to send it in. But if we use that video, okay, if we love it and we use it, and you're okay for us to use it, then you're going to get paid, right? 30 quid. Just basically think of it as beer money for Freshers Week, if that's where you want to spend it on, or you can spend it on books. It's completely up to you. But our favorite one, we're actually giving an extra £100 to. So, have a look, use the link and go to our website and check out if you want to get involved in that competition tomorrow. That would be absolutely awesome. Okay. Yeah, we're trying to work on getting people into the video here. But I don't think participants... I can see participants, but I can't make anybody come live on YouTube with me as well. Yeah, that's it. So I've already said we've got some technical issues. You're stuck with my ugly mug. Unfortunately, you're not going to get to see handsome, rich, and beautiful Ronnie. You are stuck with the hat. So that's a competition. All right. Make a note of it. If you're Taylor Tutor subscriber, then get involved. We'd love to see your reactions tomorrow. We're really, really excited for you guys. So you love the hat. Well, that's okay because it's staying and I've got really bad hat hair underneath here. So there we go. So yeah, tomorrow, all right? And I want you guys paying attention. If you, I reckon you should even grab a pen and paper now because I'm going to be giving you some really important advice ready for tomorrow because you know what? It's going to be a nerve-wracking day. It's going to be a nerve-wracking morning. So I'm just going to let you know what the sequence of events are and what to do in each different scenario. What did I get at A-level chemistry? Dare I tell you? Right. I will make the point there's no such thing as an A star when I did mine. I got a B, would you believe, A-level chemistry. Yeah, hindsight is a wonderful thing. I got a B, and you guys are thinking, oh my God, I've been listening to this guy all year, and he got a B. Doesn't matter. Okay, it's about how you teach it in it now. You're on a bus. Okay, well, the thing is, it's going to be here. You can look at it later. Okay, so what's going to happen tomorrow? Well, two things are going to happen in the morning. You're going to get your results and you're going to get your offers. Okay, which one comes in first? Now, track in UCAS, they say 8 o'clock. Okay, but you know what? It's always earlier. My experience is anything from 7:30 onwards, your track could be updated. Okay, so your track gets updated first. You're going to get that before you get an email about your results. Now, on track, you get your offers, but it doesn't tell you your grades. So you find out whether you've got into your first and second choice universities or not, because it'll say offer, okay, offer accepted or accept offer or whatever, but it won't tell you your grades, okay? So if you've got into your first choice university, what do? Bam, click the button, you are done, you accept. Well, if you got offers from both, you're like, ooh, do I want my second choice or do I want my first choice? The choice is yours, of course. Okay. So if you got an offer for that course and you got the grades for the course you applied for, just check it is the course you applied for. And then you can click confirm. Okay. Nice and easy. And you know what? I'm hoping that everybody's going to be able to do that tomorrow. And you can sit back, relax, go and enjoy a very long weekend of celebrations and just wait for the post to come through with all the details on how to actually, get started with enrolling and stuff like that. How can I check track if it opens at 8 and my results coming at 6? Well, the thing is, track only opens at 7:30. Okay. My experience is you get your results after the track. I mean, I'm not saying that's the way it's going to happen around, but usually you're able to see track before you get an email about your results. Okay. So if you get your offers, you just click the button to accept it. Jobs are good. Okay. Now, if you've missed out on your first one, this is scenario number 2. If you've missed out on your first one and they don't give you the offer, but you have got the offer for your second one, don't just accept that one straight away. My advice is wait for your results if you haven't already got them and just see how close you were to that first choice university because you'd have been automatically rejected if you didn't get the grades. But if you narrowly missed out, I would phone them. Get on the blower to them, phone the admissions, and they have a massive admissions team on the go tomorrow and just speak to them because it might be that the course isn't full and they do actually have spaces. And they would prefer somebody who's applied to them and put them as their first choice rather than pick up some random in clearing. Okay. So if you miss out on your first but got your second and you really want to go to the first, okay, ring them. It's no harm in calling them and you've got to call them yourself. Don't panic, never panic. Just call them and just talk to them about what it is you need to do in order to get that place if you want it. Be prepared for them to just dig their heels in and say no. All right. It's that's the way of the world. And then of course you're going to go ahead and accept your second choice. Okay. Don't think about clearing at that point because you've thought long and hard about those top 2 unis and you want to trust yourself. So obviously go for your second choice there. Okay. Yes, so I'm just catching up with the comments. Right, we're getting to clearing. Okay, we're getting to clearing. So I'm just going through the different scenarios. So scenario 1, accept your first. Scenario 2, maybe just phone your first. Maybe you can still get in. If not, then click the link and accept your second choice university. Now, if neither of them come in, okay, if neither of them come in, then you need to talk about clearing. But before I do, very quickly, 2 weird scenarios that might come up. Okay, number 1, you get better grades than you ever dreamed of. Okay, so let's say you needed ABB to get into your first choice university, just picking random letters, but you got 3 A's. You might think, ooh, there was that course that I saw that I didn't think I'd get those grades for, so I didn't apply it, but I really liked it. So you got better grades than expected. What you can do is ring that university, okay, and see if you can get a place on that course. You don't have to accept your first two choices. You can ring up and phone a better university, a better course, maybe one you thought was out of your reach, but all of a sudden, you got amazing grades. So, it's worth thinking about, but only do that if you already know of a course that you wanted to apply for but didn't think would get the grades. Okay, don't just go randomly looking at other universities and stuff. It's not worth it. If they weren't on your radar to start with, why are they going to be on your radar now? Okay, so other weird scenario. Sometimes a university really does like you, but they didn't accept you on that particular course. You may see written on that button, what was it written down? A changed course offer. Now, if you say changed course offer, what that means is the university still wants you, but not on the actual course you applied for. So scenario might be it's a master's in pharmacology. Okay. If you applied for that, you just narrowly missed out on the grades for it, but they said, well, okay, we can't let you onto the master's, but we can let you onto the BSc, which is a standard bachelor's course. So if you see a changed course offer, then that means they've offered you a slightly different course to the one you applied for. And you might still be interested because you know what? If you're hell-bent on going to Manchester, then you know what? It doesn't matter that the course is slightly different. You're going to Manchester Uni. It's so important going to the university that you want rather than getting the course you want, because you know what? It'll all work out. And you can change courses while you're there. You can even move up onto the masters if you prove yourself to be capable. So that's it. Okay. Yeah, you know what? Bolu's just saying there's a huge misconception that top universities are the only place to go. Absolutely. Okay. I couldn't agree more. Just because they're higher grades to get in doesn't mean it's better. Doesn't mean it's better. Unis are going to be fighting over you guys to get your £9,000 a year tuition fees. Okay. So you want to make sure that you go somewhere you're comfortable. It might be the best course in the country. Okay. For, I don't know, biochemistry. But if you hate it there, you've got to spend the next 3 or 4 years of your life there. You're going to be miserable. Okay. Better to go to a university where you like the course and you like the place. So, you know what? And that doesn't necessarily mean that it comes with the top grades. So those are the two exceptions: changed course offer, and you might have done better than you think. Okay. Now, the biggie: what happens, or what should you do if you don't actually get any offers from your first two choices? Now, the first thing that you should definitely not do is panic. Okay. So, you know what? Gutted, absolutely gutted. Those are the two unis I wanted to go to, and they've not given me offers. I haven't quite got the grades for them. What your first thing you should do is just take a breath. Okay, right. What are my grades? Take a look at your grades. Now, what you should then do is call them. Okay, call your first choice first, call your second choice second, and just talk to them. Okay, and see if there's something else they can offer you, maybe that's slightly different. Remember, you can always transfer after you've got there. It's always worth opening up a conversation about them. So don't panic. What I suggest you do tonight, okay, for your top two choices, is get the number for their admissions team. Okay, just have it to hand. You don't want to be Googling that stuff when emotions are running high and stuff tomorrow. Okay, so for everybody, that's what I recommend: is you get those numbers for the admissions team for those top two universities, so you've got them to hand if you need to call them. So make sure you do that tonight, folks. Okay, so what happens if you don't get those two? Well, you give them a call, chat to them, see if there's other courses. Maybe you can talk yourself onto that course, whatever. Just give them a call. But if both of them turn around and say no, you know what? That's the way of the world, unfortunately. The courses are full. They've accepted students that do have the grades. There's no room for you. That's fine. Okay. Now, you haven't wasted time because you know what? You obviously felt strongly about those two universities. Okay. So what do you do after that? If you called them and no dice, they're not letting you in. All right. And that sucks. And again, don't panic. You then go into clearing. Okay. Now in clearing, there are so many courses, because in clearing, it's not just crap courses that nobody wants to go on. Okay. If there's a top course for pharmacy in the country, okay, and hardly any people manage to get the grades for entry, that's going to be in there. There's going to be some really choice courses in there for you guys to have a look at in clearing. Okay. So you go into clearing, look for courses. I would say, well, it depends what's important to you. Either you're dead set on one particular course, which of course you type that in and you look at the courses right across the country in different unis. If it's the place that's more important to you and you can think you can get a similar subject, a similar course, then search by place. So if you're hell-bent on going to Bristol University, then have a look at what courses they've got in the clearing section. So it's a balance of both, don't forget. Be prepared though, as I say, to not go for the exact course that you applied for in the first place. It might be, a very similar course, but at that point, what you want to do is make yourself a list, maybe a list of 3, okay, clearing courses that you fancy going on. And what you do is you get your clearing number from UCAS, okay, you'll get a clearing number, and then you ring them. Okay, you call that university and say, look, I'm in clearing, I'm interested in this course, and just chat to somebody about it. Okay, now if they're happy with your grades and they want you, they will give you an informal offer. All right, so you find some courses you want, you ring the university, and if they want you, they will give you an informal offer, and that will appear on your track. Okay, now that is an informal offer and you haven't accepted that, but that place is held for you. That's really, really important. Okay, so that place is held for you, and they will give you a deadline. They'll say, okay, we'll offer you this place. You've got 14 days to decide, or 10 days to decide, or whatever it is. There's no rule. They give you a deadline, and you have that long in order to do that. Okay, so what's coming up next? Well, if you get that informal offer, okay, if you get that informal offer, you have got time, if you haven't been there already, to go to the university. And that is the best thing I can recommend. Okay, if you get the opportunity, they'll give you the informal offer. You need to go and have a look, because if the place is an absolute dump and you come away from there thinking, I don't want to spend 3 years of my life there, then you're going to regret it, aren't you? Okay, so go and visit. Go to the department, go and speak to some people there. Okay, you've got time to do that. I had a friend's daughter who did that last year, went to Nottingham in the end, absolutely loving life right now. Okay, so you can find some amazing places. Okay, so you can get as many informal offers as you like, but what I would recommend is 3. Okay, you don't want to be going crazy. So ring them up, get those informal offers, maybe more than one floats your boat. And that gives you the opportunity to visit those places, do a bit more digging about the courses. Do not, I repeat, do not make any rash decisions, okay? Because you'll regret it, okay? Just be methodical. Like I said, don't panic, just chill. You're working through all these courses. And as I said before, a lot of these universities are going to be fighting over you, okay? Because they want students in their university. They want the best students in their university. You might have just missed out on your grades and were unlucky because your course is full that you really wanted. So you're a commodity, as Ronnie said before, okay? So they want you. So don't forget that. You're not going around with a begging bowl. Okay, so just look at those clearing courses, phone them up. They'll give you the informal offer with a deadline. Then do your research, and only when you've done your research and you're really happy, then you go ahead and click the button and accept it. That place is held informally for a certain amount of time, and then in UCAS, all you need to do is go ahead and click, and you accept that place. Okay, so chat's been going crazy. What's been going on in here? Rich and Ronnie, if there's any really interesting questions that you think I didn't cover, then if you can just send those to me in Slack or something like that, that'd be awesome. Just trying to apply for jobs. Yeah, relaxed. Track updates, they say 8 o'clock, but it's usually any time after 7:30. Okay, so no doubt everyone's going to be like click, 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 click tomorrow morning, refreshing. Okay, so that usually comes through before your results. Okay. Do I apply to clearing on UCAS? Yes, you do, Anita. Okay, so there'll be a list of clearing courses. It'll be really obvious in UCAS where that is. You can access those clearing courses, and then if you're interested in one, okay, you phone them. Okay, you ring admissions and you phone them. You've got to ring yourself. This is life experience. You've got to do this. And you know what? If you want help, Hopefully, maybe you got some parents at hand, maybe you got you with your mates in school or college. There's bound to be some teachers and admin staff there to help you as well. But you've got to be the one to make that phone call. Okay. So, Olivia, if track shows you've missed your first choice, would you advise calling them straight away before you get your results? No, don't call them before you get your results, because you need to know where you stand. Okay. Because if you were offered AAA for entry and you got BCC, there's not much point calling them, is there? Okay, so make sure you've got all the facts at hand. Make sure you've got your results. Okay, don't even bother looking at grade boundaries and stuff like, oh, I only missed out by like 1% or something like that. They will know that. You don't need to do that legwork. Okay, so if you're I would say if you're close, then it's worth giving them a ring. But if you've missed out by, I don't know, 2 grades, I'd say, yeah, 3 grades or more. Okay, so if you were offered AAA and you got AAB or ABB, I would say it's still worth ringing them. But if it's 3 different grades, then don't. I don't think it's worth it. You need to speak to your second choice then. Okay. What else are we asking? What if I get into my insurance and I do not want to go there anymore? Well, IK, you don't have to go. All right, they're giving you the offer, and if you don't fancy it, I put Leeds as my second choice when I went to uni, but I didn't want to go there. I just like, well, I'm going to Bath. That's my first pick, and that's where I want to go. Luckily, I got the grades, but you don't have to go to that second choice one. All right. So if you want to go into clearing and look for courses in your first choice uni, if that place is more important to you, then you can look at similar courses within clearing, but you are in clearing. Okay. And like I said, they'll give you an offer and a deadline and you go down that road. But if clearing doesn't float your boat, then you can accept your second choice. So you're not tied into anything, ladies and gentlemen, until you click that button. Okay. If I reject my insurance, can I still apply through clearing? Yes, you can. Yeah, absolutely. But I wouldn't reject your insurance choice until you've been through clearing. Okay, go through clearing before you reject anything. Okay, is my advice, because that's your place, and you might not think you want to go there, but you spent a lot of time and effort thinking about what your 2 top choices were, and you obviously wanted to go there. There was a reason why you wanted to go there in the first place, wasn't there? So just remember that. Okay, don't forget that. It's not the end of the world if you don't get your first or your second choice. There's some amazing unis and some amazing courses out there. Okay. What else are we asking, ladies and gentlemen? I'm getting results at 7 a.m., but won't know until 8 a.m. Mr. Grays. Let me just read that again. I'm getting results at 7 a.m., but won't know about uni until 8 a.m. So if I've missed the grades I was offered, should I call them before 8 a.m.? No, don't call them before 8 a.m. Okay, wait until you're officially offered or rejected for the place. Okay, that's get all the information at hand before you do anything. That would I say. How lenient is Warwick? I don't know individual unis, but you know what? It's always worth talking to them. Okay, if they liked you as a candidate, I mean, sometimes they'll accept you. Okay, it's worth having the conversation. Absolutely worth having the conversation if you miss by 1 or 2 grades. I would say. Now, it's not a waste of everybody's time. Oh, Ronnie's answering questions, not asking them. Brilliant. So that's your plan, okay, for tomorrow. So just what did I say was the one thing you have to do tonight, ladies and gentlemen? Just remind me, okay, if you weren't here, if you were here before, what did I say was the one thing you have to do tonight in readiness for tomorrow? While I just have a quick sip of this. Nobody answering. Oh, there we go. No, that's the last thing, Arjun, I said you should do. Don't look at those grade boundaries at all. It doesn't matter. It's down the river. Like, they got no kind of no bearing on what your grades are going to be tomorrow whatsoever. Phone numbers, Alex, thank you very much. And relax. Yes, Ronnie. Have a comedy film, have a relaxing bath, try to calm myself before I try and sleep. Definitely. Okay. People who say they don't sleep very well the night before results day, just relax. Like, whatever you need to do to relax, whatever floats that particular boat. Have a bath, watch a comedy film, get lost in something. Actually, that's a good idea. Just get lost in a box set, have a binge tonight or something like that. Have a Horlicks. If any of you know what Horlicks is, you can have a Horlicks. I'm showing my age now. It is bloody lovely, though, to be fair. I'm not saying it's not. Yana, will I definitely know if I've been accepted on track before knowing my grades? 9 times out of 10, yes. Track will update before you actually get your actual grades through. But there's no rule. They're two individual bodies, aren't they, sending you that information? Okay, the university and the exam board. So you know what? I would say 9 times out of 10, track updates, and you'll know you're in or not before you'll know your grades. Okay. Catching up on Holby City from last night. You know what? I watch Holby. I don't call it Holby City. It rhymes with city, but I call it that. Never mind box sets, Ronnie. What are you getting into here? Stranger Things. Oh, okay. Ooh, Happy on Netflix is genius. Okay, Happy is amazing. Although it got cancelled after season 2, but it is worth watching. Anyway. So any other questions, folks? Because we're not going to be online forever tonight. So if you've got any other questions about, what to do in different scenarios, then please just ask away. You know what? Like I said, just try and relax tonight. Don't panic in the morning. You've got an action plan now, if you can remember what I said. I mean, this will be up on YouTube. We're not taking it anywhere. So you can just go back and look through it again. Okay. Now, actually, I've been banging on about university and UCAS and choices and what to do in clearing. Have we got any year 12s in it? Have we got any year 12s that are waiting AS results in particular? Okay. Because we want to, we don't want to ignore you guys. You guys are getting your AS results tomorrow as well. What do you mean AS? I'm going to show that. AS. Nope, nobody here from AS. Well, sorry, I'm just reading the chat. Yeah, so AS, I mean, basically, it's just as nerve-wracking for those guys. If there's none of them in here, then it's just as nerve-wracking for those guys. Obviously, because some schools say you need to do this well in order to actually get into your second year. Did anybody have that experience? Did anybody actually have their school or college say you need to get this minimum grade if you're going to go into the second year? I think that's a bit harsh. I think, people actually kind of develop more in their second year. After the first year, you learn so many lessons, don't you, after the first year? It's kind of like, in hindsight, it's a wonderful thing. So we've been trying to help people going from year 12 into year 13 this year with these starting year 2 kits that we've released for our subjects. We're really proud of those, okay, giving you a heads up as to what to expect in year 2, the best things to remember from year 1, so on and so forth, okay? Yeah, Ronnie, you're absolutely right there, okay? But I think we're preaching to the converted here. So what else were we going to say tonight? Rich, Ronnie, anything else that we want to say before we close up? Don't forget our competition tomorrow, folks. Please don't forget about us tomorrow. We'd love to know how you've done. And you don't have to do that through video, okay? We'd love you to record some videos. But what we would like to do, okay, is speak to you guys tomorrow, because what we like to do is come live on here tomorrow, okay? All 3 of us will get this technical issue sorted out, and we'd love to just have a little results day chat, raise a glass, find out how you guys got on, okay? So if you can spare us 30 minutes tomorrow at 6 o'clock, you know anybody else that was in TT this year that wants to come along to the, let's call it an after party, like a wrap party almost, then we'd love you to join us at 6 o'clock tomorrow, because we love to know how you got on, okay? We might be virtual, we are not your teachers in school, but you know what? We've invested time in each other this year, haven't we? You with us with you. So we want to know how you got on. We'd love to know how you got on, what unis you're going to, and so on and so forth, okay? So if I survive, I'll comment in the next TT live stream. You will survive, Movid. Okay, you will survive. Whatever happens tomorrow, okay, bar an asteroid or nuclear oblivion, you'll be able to comment on a chat tomorrow, okay? It's all good. So final takeaways, okay? What I would say is don't panic tomorrow. Chill tonight, chill tomorrow, okay? When you see your results, whatever it is, fingers crossed, God, we've got everything crossed for you that you're going to get into your first choice uni tomorrow. Everybody, we would love a clean sweep for TT students to get into their first choice university, okay? But you know what? Go with the advice. Don't panic. Be methodical about it. Think about things. Don't go with your heart. Go with your head, Okay, think about what you're going to do one step at a time if you're having to go through clearing and stuff like that. Okay. AS said, I'm going to film myself, but my results will dictate whether you send a clip on in or not. That is absolutely what we're thinking. Film yourself. If you don't like it or if you're not happy with your results, then you don't have to send it. You do not have to send it, okay? And you know what? If you do let a little sweary out, then we can bleep it. It's fine. All right. But you know what? We just want to see you guys do well. And we want to share in that. And that's why we're asking you to do it. And we want to give you some beer tokens for Freshers Week or book tokens, whatever you prefer. Okay. Yeah, 30 quid. Absolutely, 30 quid for anyone that we choose to use. If it's good quality, and it's got to be good quality and in landscape, and you know what, we like it, then you get 30 quid. You don't automatically get 30 quid just by sending us in any old video, okay? But you know, it's a case of if it's good quality, you'll get paid. And the best one, we give an extra £100 to. You know, our favorite one. All right, so don't ham it up too much, but we just want to see you opening your results and your initial reaction. That's all it is. Okay. Yeah, absolutely. Good quality. Not being able to do anything tomorrow. No, don't panic. Do not panic. All right. There's no need to panic because you know what? There's a university and a course out there waiting for you. And don't forget, you've got to trust in all the hard work that you've been putting in over the last couple of years. You've got to trust that. Okay, so there's the link again. Okay, in the chat if you want to go and check that out. That's where you upload your video to if you want to do some. Okay, so on that note, I will love you and leave you. Okay, if you know anybody starting year 12 or you know anybody starting year 13, give them the best advice you can, and that's to go and check out those starting year 1 and starting year 2 kits that we've put out for free on the website. Okay, share the TT love a little bit, and then hopefully we'll be sharing in the results day love with you guys tomorrow at 6 o'clock. Okay, so I'm really sorry you guys didn't get to see Rich and Ronnie tonight. But you know, they're there in the chat, they're here in audially instead of visually. But yes, we will all see you tomorrow, all three of us, because we want to know how our biology students, our chemistry students, and our maths students all did individually. Okay, so again, spread the word about tomorrow. The more people in here tomorrow, the merrier. We think 6 o'clock's a good time because it's before your proper after party starts, hopefully. Okay, don't be starting too early tomorrow night, ladies and gentlemen, if that's what you're doing. Okay, it's my advice to you. Okay, enjoy the night. So we'll see you at 6 p.m. tomorrow. And yeah, keeping everything crossed tonight for you folks. All the best of luck, and we'll see you at 6 p.m. All right. Good night.